So now modern views, in our modern views, now we are very much feel easy to learn the symbols like hydrogen means H, helium means He. In what basis, within some rules, John Jacob Berzelius has given a simple representation of elements with symbols. Like he has given in 18th century, but even now we are following the same rules what he has given at that particular time. Understood? So no need to go with the symbols or no need to go with the diagrammatic presentation, nothing. By using the elements, name of the elements, from the name of the elements, we have drawn the symbols, so it is easy to remember the symbols. But there are many rules, to understand or to write the symbols of elements. Understood? In what sense they have drawn the symbol? Yeah. Bhavya?
I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes, Bhavya, no need to hesitate.
I was just going through this slide and under rules it's written symbols with first letter. Is that first? Does that mean first?
Yeah, it's a first. No need to go like in hurry. Okay, it's a first letter, symbol with first letter, not first. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Symbol with first letter. It's not first. Understood? What it is?
First.
Symbol with
first letter.
Very good. Very good. Symbol with first letter. Okay, I want to show you a small video. So what we have discussed, based on that only, I'm going to show you a small important. Very good, Priscilla. Thank you. So, yeah, understood, na? It's clear how they have considered what are the views on symbols. But now what we are learning, that modern symbols is completely given by Baron John Jacob Berzelius. Simply we can say that Berzelius in 18th century, he has very good. He has given the symbols based on few rules. We should know what are the different rules based on what he has given the symbols. First of all, the elements like we are having hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, like that, 118 elements we are having. Like each element is having its atomic number. Understood? Each element has its atomic number. Atomic number is like, in our class, there are 46 children are there in normal classroom. Okay, not like online session, in normal classroom. If the classroom consists of 46 children, so each child is having its own roll number. Am I right? Yes or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he is having its own roll number. Like that, like these 118 element, each element has its own identity and it is having each atomic number. Okay, so the same way,
we should have a doubt.
Yeah. Let me complete this, dear. I'll give time to ask me the doubt. Thank you. Good. So if we consider the rules, the first one is he considered how he has given his rules. So first, for example, in the classroom, teacher will ask, she'll give the liberty to the children to plan a science fair in the school. So definitely she'll ask your ideas, how to present it, and how to work on that particular program. So definitely each and every child will give his interest and views, how he wants to present his model or any other agenda of that particular program. But we should know particular evidence, like how. Now I want to do this. So these, like in sketch, in presentation on the paper. So what you're going to do? Then only your teacher will accept it and she'll go with your ideas. Am I right? Am I right? Yes or no? The same way, here the rules are given. So the scientist has given based on different rules. He presented and he clarified and he has given a correct rule to name the to give the symbol of that particular element. For example, rules. First one, he has taken the symbol of first letter. So tell me few elements based on first letter, children. Based on
hydrogen.
Yeah, hydrogen.
Carbon.
Hydrogen.
Carbon.
H, because he considered only the first letter, that should be a capital letter, not the small letter, children. Capital letter. Nitrogen.
Ma'am, B. Boron.
Yes, very good. Boron.
Ma'am, F. Fluorine.
Very good. Carbon. Fluorine. Next.
Ma'am, beryllium. Neon.
Neon is not the single letter because nitrogen is here and how neon will go with the single first letter. Sulfur. Sulfur. Oxygen. And then oxygen, like that. So these are the elements he considered. He has taken his idea based on the first letter. So he has given importance of that particular element with first letter. So he has given exactly the first letter of the particular element as its symbol. Okay, it's very easy to remember also. No need to go with the pictorial presentation or no need to go with very hard techniques to remember the element symbol. Understood? So he considered first letter first. So that was proved excellent, and what we are learning also based on that first rule. Next, what is his second rule? Second rule. So when he has deliberately explained his views about the symbols and what we can say that atomic symbols, yes, vanadium with V. Very good, Priscilla. So definitely few more scientists will raise when they are sitting together like classroom. When we'll sit in the classroom, we'll give our views. So definitely your friend will raise your voice if you have given this idea. So what are the drawbacks and advantages? Understood? Drawbacks and advantages, merits or demerits of it. Definitely one more student will raise his voice and ask about it. So you are able to say or clarify his doubt. Then only your presentation like that, whatever you want to present in that science lab, your teacher will accept it. Understood, children? Right? Yeah? Respond?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so definitely. So what they used to ask, like if hydrogen is H is there, so he has given H as a symbol. So good, very good. What you have done is excellent. But what about the element with same first letter, like helium? Helium.
First two letters.
So then he said that, okay, if the elements forming with the same element, same symbol with the first letter, so definitely go with, he has given the prominence to the second letter. Prominent to the second letter. So for example, carbon, C. Calcium also starts with C. Chlorine also starts with C. Cobalt also starts with C. There are many common first letters are there within that 118 elements. So he has given the second rule. What he has given is based on the prominency or the importance to the second letter. But how to represent it? How to represent it? In what sense, or in on paper, how to represent the elements, or how to remember the elements based on the second letter? So he has given the prominency to the second letter. Like helium. Yeah, who is that? Helium. So hydrogen also starts with H. Helium also starts with H. So he has given the prominence to the second letter. First letter should be the capital letter. And second letter should be small letter. You can't go with capital letter. Calcium, single. Cobalt,
Ma'am, argon.
argon, neon, because nitrogen with N, neon also starts with N. So he has given the prominence to the second letter.
Ma'am, barium.
Like barium, sorry, beryllium, it's beryllium. Barium, Ba. Beryllium, Be. Boron, B. Understood or not? Yes, yttrium with Y, that's a single letter symbol. Huh?
Magnesium.
Yeah, magnesium with Nz. Ma'am, so you'll be having a doubt. Ma'am, it's magnesium means if he has given the prominence to the second letter, then the symbol need to be like Ma. But why he considered G? In some elements, when we pronounce the elements, we'll stress on few words like chlorine. Chlorine. Though the chlorine second letter is H, but we won't pronounce chlorine CH. Clo. Which sounds we'll get after C. What we are getting the sound? Clo. L sound. Am I right? So that's why he has given symbol Cl. Magnesium. Meg. So the G sound, when we are stressing few words, so we get that word. So it's easy to understand and easy to present it. So he has considered based on the sound also. Prominency of second letter definitely, but he also considered the third letter also in some cases. Understood? Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
So shall we go to the next slide?
Yes.
So you can find these elements like hydrogen H, nitrogen N, oxygen O, like different elements are there. We have discussed on the board also. Okay. So in the next coming session, I'm going to ask 1 to 30 elements. 1 to 30 elements.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you are able to say that 1 to 30 elements. 1 to 30 elements, like for example, how you need to say whomever I'll ask. Thus need to mute your audio. Whomever I'll ask, they just unmute your audio and you need to say all 1 to 30 elements. Like hydrogen 1, helium 2, lithium 3, beryllium 4, boron 5, carbon 6, nitrogen 7, oxygen 8, like that up to 30. And I think you'll be having many sources to get all 1 to 30 elements. So make sure that you're going to learn all 1 to 30 elements in the next session. Can I expect this from you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Very good. Yeah. So symbols based on first letter, you know. So symbols based on the prominent, giving prominence to the second letter, we have discussed. All right, I think many more letters, many more symbols I want. Yeah. So then, along with the first rule and the second rule, there is a third rule in common. There is a third rule also. What is the third rule, children? What is the third rule? So he has not only given the third rule based on first letter, second letter.
Ma'am, Latin names.
Yes, Latin names. Yeah, very good. So he considered the Latin names. So sodium element sodium, he has taken from the Latin name natrium and he has given the symbol Na. Understood? Like few elements, he considered the Latin names of that particular element, exactly the meaning of that elements in Latin. So from that Latin name, he has taken the symbols. Understood? Sodium Na, natrium, sodium Latin name is natrium and the symbol Na. Potassium, it's the Latin name Kalium K, iron ferrum Fe, copper cuprum Co, silver argentum Ag, gold aurum Au, lead plumbum Pb, mercury hydrogen Hg, tin stannum Sn, and antimony stibbium Sb, tungsten wolfram W. Okay, so no need to get confused, no need to stick to the first rule and the second rule. There are many rules he has given, and after he handed over or after taking the further research on the elements, those scientists also have taken the fundamental rules. Along with the fundamental rules, they considered giving symbols either first letter, like single letter symbols will be there, or two letter symbols. There are three letter symbols also. They are present in the last in the periodic table. We'll discuss at the last about those elements. Okay, but there are no four letter elements, so four letter symbols. There is a chance of having one letter symbols. Yeah. Two letter, very good, Priscilla. Two letter symbols, either three letters. Okay, there is no chance of having four letter symbols till now. Maybe there is a chance of upcoming elements, maybe the research if continues, if there is a chance, there may be. But at present, what we are learning only with one letter, two letter or three letter, not with four letters. I think, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. If you want, you can note down, children. If you are very much interested to note down, you can note down. Actually, when we are listening or when we are going with chemistry, physics and maths, definitely we need to go with the running notes. I preferably all the time. So the names with three letter symbols in the next coming session we are going to learn. Yes. U and O, U and O. Like O in the sense, sometimes they are not like some elements they have not recognized, much not recognized with IUPAC. Okay, IUPAC. So IUPAC means International Union of Analytical and Research Chemistry. Understood? IUPAC means how we are getting the naming based on our date of birth certificates. Definitely when we name our name, definitely we are having the certificate based on our name. Right? Understood? Recognized names. At the same way, elements also recognized by using IUPAC. What do you mean by IUPAC, children? What do you mean by IUPAC? IUPAC. In this IUPAC only the names get recognized, then only we will get the names of the elements.
Ma'am, can you tell the spelling of that?
Yeah, I'm writing on the page.
Ma'am, spelling of what?
International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. IUPAC full form is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. In this IUPAC only, The short form of International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry is IUPAC. This IUPAC only used to give the naming of that element. Here we can simply say that the recognition of that particular element will be certified here. Then only it releases out. Yeah, it's not much important to learn about the 3-letter symbol elements. Up to your level, if you want to learn beyond 30 is great, but 1 to 30 are very much must to learn about to learn in chemistry. Must. Understood? Yes or no? All the answer. So IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Yes.